Hey everyone, how you doing? This is Mark, and we are back with episode 15 of Path of Exile Betrayal. I was just looking over our investigation summary, and it looks like we're getting pretty close to a transportation safe house. So hopefully we'll get some progress on that today. We are headed to the control blocks. We have 3 quests to take care of going forward. We need to kill Justicar Casticus and find Valenta's miasm meter. And killing Justicar Casticus will give us access to the Templar Courts, which is our 3rd quest. So we're going to head out into the control blocks, summon up our golem, and start killing some monsters. And the control blocks are pretty sort of long and winding passages. And usually they are full of these guards, and I guess they're escaped gladiators are supposed to be or something. I don't know. But there are mobs in here that use thrown weapons, those things, and they stick around for a while, so we want to kill them as quickly as possible. It's also quite dark, so I don't know how well this is going to capture, actually. It's probably going to look really dark on video. Anyhow, I'm going to go through here, find the items we're looking for, and kill Justicar Casticus. There's sort of a zigzag pattern here. There's these overlooking balconies that run up the sides. And I have to get back in the habit of putting down a totem at the door. This area has a quasi-consistent layout. The miasm meter is usually over on this northwestern edge. There we go. And the exit is always on the east side. Or so I believe. This looks like we're getting close to the Justicar, so let's see what happens over here. Yep, there we go. And he drops the Eyes of Zeal. Yes, they are eyes. Eyes. Not what they look like. So we head on with our eyes. And we should see the exit. We should see the exit over here soon. Somewhere. Yeah, I see it up there. And we're going to head out into the square. There's a waypoint here. We don't really have a reason to go back to town because all we're going to get is a reward. So let's keep going for a while. There are a couple things we're looking for in here. Oh, you know, we probably do want to go back to town. No, not yet. What we need to do is find the way forward. And again, these guys have those proximity shields, so you have to attack from inside the shield. And we are looking for the Templar Courts, which usually you end up winding your way fairly far along here. And somewhere up fairly soon, we should be seeing a level, but we should also be seeing the way forward, which I'm going to guess is down here. Yep. And there's a waypoint in here. Let's go ahead and go back to town and get our quest reward. What do we have here? Honestly, let's just see if we get a decent Quicksilver flask out of the deal.
For freedom.
And I interrupted Lonnie's little speech. So let's see what Villanetta has to say when we return her miasm meter.
I simply can't express how wondrous it is to see you. What? No, not you, Exile. The miasmeter. The hope of humanity lies in this beautiful device and the precious knowledge it shall divulge. Far more useful than an accidental hulk of meat and instinct like yourself. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised to discover that your slaying of the beast correlates directly to the strife we must currently suffer. At least you've proved useful enough to return the miasmeter to me. That deserves some small reward, I suppose.
Well, thank you. Alright, so we have 2 passive skill points available. So let's look at our tree. We were headed down toward this Shaman's Dominion, which is, these are all totem nodes. So critical strike multiplier, we will take those, and next time we'll finish off this half loop with Shaman's Dominion. And then I'm not sure where we're going, so we'll figure it out. I'll level up that gem.
Hello.
I don't think we have a bunch of stuff to sell. I'll look at these. Nope. We're not dual wielding. That's actually not a bad Quicksilver enchant. It is better than nothing, so we'll stick that on our bar. And we'll put the rest of this stuff away.
We do this for freedom.
And we'll head back out. To the Templar Courts. And I am going to skip a bunch of these guys. This is a really long sort of quasi-linear zone. What I am surprised we haven't seen yet is any Syndicate stuff. And this little sort of church type setup is sort of an indication that you're on the right path. Speak of the devil, here is our Immortal Syndicate stronghold in this area, so I'm going to go ahead and kill this. I hope. Alright, we can clear out this middle. Did we get them both? I think we got everything here. Couple painful moments there, but we did win, and that's what matters, right? Let's go ahead and talk to Vagan.
I may have a reputation for loquaciousness, but I'm a keen listener too. If you spare my life, I might be convinced to merge these 2 hobbies of mine into a tight little info package.
I think we're just going to interrogate you.
This is right out of bounds.
And we should be getting close to the exit. It's usually down in this section. Yep, there it is. So we are on our way out. We will take on the High Templar and kill him and take his stuff. This is actually sort of a good gut check fight and gear check fight. It's pretty tough. We'll see how we do. There is a ton of lore in here, and I don't think I'm going to read it all because it will take forever. I don't even know if it all has voiceover, so I don't even know if people enjoy reading the lore or not. So let's pop this strongbox, and then we'll check out that lore piece right there. Couple pieces of currency, nothing else really useful. And what does this lore have to say? It doesn't tell us anything. Basically a little story about sin. This area is level 43 and we are level 45, so we're a bit over leveled. I'm not going to go out of my way to kill things in here. If you're looking for a place to level, this is a great one. There's a lot of mobs in here, and there are a lot of rare packs as well, which give you more XP. Yeah, there's no voiceover for these. Sin has a brother. Oh, we've got a strongbox and a essence here. Let's go ahead and clear a little room. I see a crafting recipe down there on the mini map. And we will grab that, and then we'll do this jeweler strongbox. Which doesn't produce much, and we're going to go grab this crafting recipe. And we're going to get a level. That's actually good timing. So we'll take this. Ooh, movement speed, rank 2. Nice one. I'm going to go ahead and spend our passive skill since we know exactly where it's going. It's going into Shaman's Dominion, which gives us global crit strike chance if we've summoned a totem recently, crit strike multiplier with totem skills, and a couple brand buffs that we don't actually use. So this is transportation, and we are close on transportation, so we really want to find out as much as we can about it.
You're no stranger to murder. Just make it quick.
You know, I'm going to execute her. She's high rank, and I don't remember where she is in the organization, so let's execute her and see what happens. It says no effect. I'm just wondering if it changes her spot in the organization. Let's, in fact, look at that. Aisling is over here. So if we execute her, she doesn't move at all. And we'll go up here to Hillock.
You kill so good, Exile. Quick and splatty. You want to be friends, just for today?
I do not, Hillock. I want more transportation intelligence. So he's going to give us some transportation intelligence, and I don't remember where Vagan was. He was in fortification, so he's giving us fortification.
No! No! Stop sending me to the dark!
And now we're ready to head on to our fight. And we're at the Sanctum of Innocence. So let's go inside and see what we see. This should be the High Templar.
The world must be cleansed of impurity.
And there he is.
Kneel! I am the Emperor.
And he summons a whole bunch of allies here, which we're actually pretty good at killing. And eventually he comes out of his little bubble and we can finish him off. There we go. Alright, he is dead. Or is he? Delusions of grandeur. We are doing damage to him fast enough. He's not doing his usual run around stuff that is really painful. And again, proximity shields, doing damage from within. That is what we want to avoid. Those glowing balls really hurt. And Innocence is dead.
You, and only you, I shall save.
Alright, let's talk to
I am
Sin.
Zen, the Forgotten One. Would that humanity could forget all of my kind. Perhaps with your help, that might still come to pass. For now, the blinding light has been dimmed, and darkness floods in to fill the void. The desperate and depraved set a feast for their lord incumbent, Kitava, the Ravenous One.
Okay. So, we have to travel back through the Templar courts. This is where we came in, over here on the left. We're going to exit on the right, and go up here and...
What in damnation have you done?
You've destroyed him, and yet I hear the voice of innocence, begging for our forgiveness, asking for our help. You and I. I heard him the moment the High Templar fell, whispering inside my damn skull, his heart beating within my chest. Innocence protects us now, holds fast the door against the murderous tide that rushes to meet us. We want you to pass through that door, bring order to the chaos beyond. I don't understand any of this. Moments ago, I was just a soldier obeying his High Templar, banning the nobody. Now, my God lays inside my head, telling me to let you through that door and to make my way to Overseer's Tower, if it still stands. It does? All right. I don't know what's waiting for you out there, but should you survive it, I'll see you at Overseer's Tower.
So, Bannon, former soldier, probably now possessed by Innocence. I'm going to take a quick break here and head back to town and sell off some junk, and we can collect our rewards there. So, I will be right back. Okay, let's go ahead and get our reward.
You deserve recognition for what you have done. You've freed us from Templar oppression. Yet I fear you may have defeated the lesser of two evils. Still, take something. You'll be needing it in the dark times to come.
And we get a jewel reward, and I don't think any of these are useful to us. They are not. We are looking for the Long Winter, which is a unique jewel. But I think the only way we can get that is as a random drop or by using some currency to make a unique jewel. I'm going to take this Violent Dead jewel. I have another character that can use it.
Once Kitava has gobbled up every scrap of Oriathan flesh, sucked every Oriathan bone dry of marrow, he'll turn his endless hunger to Namakanui and the whole Karui archipelago. As you know, the Karui will fight, and they'll fight hard, but they're going to need all the help they can get, and I know of 3 treasures that might just make the difference. They were taken when the Templar raided Namakanui. A whip woven of Hinekora's hair, a tooth that Tukohama ripped from his own mouth, a fishhook that was once the jawbone of Valakor. Together, they're known as Kitava's torments and lie within the reliquary that borders Oriath Square. I saw them with my own eyes when delivering messages to the scholars there. Please, go to the reliquary and claim those treasures before Kitava's children do.
Okay, so we have another quest from Lonnie, and we're going to talk to Bannon, who's going to give us a quest, I believe, as well.
We're glad you made it. No, damn it all, that's just too strange to abide. I'm glad you made it, and Innocence tells me I need to keep helping you. So that's what I'm going to do. I know my way around weapons and armor, and all things Templar if you should want for further enlightenment on that subject. As for Innocence, I don't know. Sometimes he makes sense, other times he's a shattered god. He'll heal. I'll make sure of that. Lani's told me a little about Utula and his cult of Kitava. Enough to know what Utula's got planned. Bring about the fall of one god so he can raise up one of his own. And this Kitava, from what fragments I can piece together from Innocence, he's not the benevolent kind. Please, find Utula and stop him. I'm not saying this because I want to put Innocence back on his divine throne. I'm saying this because Oriath is my home. It's made some mistakes, but it doesn't deserve the fate that Utula has in mind.
Okay, so now we have 3 quests, and I believe that is it. It is. So I will be back out in the Chamber of Innocence in just 1 minute. Okay, we are back out in the Chamber of Innocence, and we are going to head into the Torch Courts, and the Torch Courts will lead us to the Ravaged Square. So we're basically backtracking through the area we just came through to get here. They're in worse shape, and you can see we have some new monsters in here. We have all these cultists, and I am going to get through here as quickly as possible so we can deal with the Ravaged Courts, because the Ravaged Square, because the Ravaged Square is really big and kind of maze-like. So there's a little mini boss down there who we're going to kill. And this is that same sort of church shrine that we saw before. And we will go deal with our friends.
Yes, yes, send it to the dark place.
I'm going to go ahead and do that.
No, not the lonely place.
You want to know what we've been doing here? Sure, I'll tell you. As long as it gets me back on the battlefield faster, I'm already feeling cooped up.
No. Oh, I guess I was at my limit. So Vegan goes free. We'll see what we can find out about this guy. I don't know. I don't recognize that name. Most of these people are from...
You're getting on my nerves.
Are from the lore somewhere, or from, you know, Masters or something like that. I don't recognize his name. Okay, we are on to the Ruined Square. And we have 3 goals in here, actually. We want to find the Reliquary, we want to find the Ossuary, and we want to kill Utula. And both the Reliquary and the Ossuary have waypoints associated with them, so I think today, for this episode, I'm just going to find those waypoints and make sure we can get to those locations easily next time. I will go ahead and kill Utula, and hey, we have some sulfite down here. This is the first sulfite I've seen on this character other than the quest. And we get 40 sulfite. And Nico just harvests that for us. We don't have to deal with him or anything. So this place is really big. And just sort of goes on forever. There are some quasi patterns to it, I guess. Usually the ossuary is over on this side somewhere. And I see the waypoint, so this is the entrance to the ossuary. And now all we have to do is find the reliquary and find what's his name. And this looks like it might be his place. Yep, I see him up there. So I'm going to work my way along this edge and get rid of some of his followers before we go up and kill him. There's a something down there. I'll have to check that out when we're done. Nice timing.
Did you think our vengeance was done, Savior? Oh no, it has only begun.
He is a relatively easy fight. Just burned him down in seconds. Let's go. I don't know what this little blue thing is down here. Oh, it's a hideout. We will do that in a second. We have also another side area here. Corrupt area, which I am going to do because corrupt areas are always good. They give us Vol Gems and fragments. And that, as they say, is that. I didn't even see the boss in there. Let's see what we get from our Vol Vessel. Ice Nova and Burning Arrow, neither of which is useful, and a couple sacrifices. You put 4 of these together in the map device, and the right 4, and you can access Queen at Zeri. That's what those are for. You can also use them to bump map quality by adding 1 to a map. Let's go ahead and head back to the Ruined Square, and we will go take a look at... Oh, I see. Nico actually gave us a quest, so we have 1 more sulfite to find here. We are definitely doing that, because I like Delve. But we're also going to go check out this hideout. And this is probably going to be the same thing we saw last time. We have to clear all the mobs out of the hideout.
This seems like a good area to build a hideout, but it's filled with monsters. Can you clear?
Oops. Getting attacked while she's talking to us. Oh, this is a nice looking hideout. Nice big central area. I like that. All my hideouts end up looking the same. They have a big central area with the map device in Zana and the stashes next to it, and everyone else is shoved in the corner. Because you spend most of your time in this game, once you get past the 10 levels, or the 10 acts, doing maps. So, optimizing that is the way to go. Let's talk to Helena.
Curious. With the death of the last monster here, the very air itself feels different. I wouldn't use the word purified, but you've definitely negated the pile over this place. I'll stay here for now and make sure nothing dangerous re-emerges. Till next time, shall we keep, Savior?
She said the same thing last time, so we don't have to listen to her anymore. We are still looking for the reliquary, and once we find the reliquary, I think we will be done. And I'm guessing we're probably just going to cut across the square here to find it. Reliquary, please? Nope. Oh, that's the... that is the cathedral, which is someplace we'll go later. Oh, it's good that we ran all the way around there. Maybe that corner's going to have what we need. Yep. There is the reliquary, and there's no waypoint for the reliquary out here, but if we go inside, there's a waypoint right here. So we have waypoints for all our quests now. We have Find Kitava's Torments, which is in here. We have we killed Utila, so we can go back and get our reward for that. And we have to find, well, this is Reliquary. This is Ossuary. So we have the waypoint that's right outside the ossuary. But let's go back to town, and we will talk to Bannon.
The High Priest is dead, but the object of his devotion remains. There's no doubt you did all right bringing that man-turned-monster to heel, but you weren't able to stop him fishing his master out of a river of blood. Damn. Sorry. And I never could get the hang of boosting morale. Didn't seem right to polish the edges off harsh facts. Probably why I never made captain. Still, I've been poking around here for a bit and have turned up Utula's stash. Quite the magpie he was. So here, help yourself. When it comes to hunting a god, I suppose every little bit helps.
Okay, and he gives us a jewel, and I don't think any of these are particularly useful to us. Mana regen, movement speed, attack, and cast speed. We will take that. So,
good luck out there.
This is a good place to call the episode. Again, I ran longer than I thought I would. So, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider leaving a like or subscribing to the channel. Hit the notification bell to find out when new videos go out, and I will see you next time. Have a good day. Bye.